Before I tell you a really tragic story about how I lost a Kevin, here's a word from our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by Coolis, a Korean-inspired hair care brand that I've been trying out. And living in the desert, my hair is always dry and frizzy. It's just kind of the way it is living out here in Las Vegas. But the formula has these fermented botanicals that help with rehydrating your hair and getting that frizz under control instead of just masking it. So I haven't even been using it that long, but I feel that my ends are smoother and my hair just overall feels a lot softer. So if you want to give your hair a little bit of love, click the link in the description for a discount. What's up, guys? It's episode 104. I was on the news in Texas. I was on the local news in Texas talking about this podcast, and she was so sweet. And if I can figure out how to download the video, I'll play a little clip of it right now.
A former series regular on All That is using her podcast to tell behind-the-scenes stories from her time on Nickelodeon. What would you say is the overall theme of the podcast?
It's mostly cats. Cats is the real theme. No, I do have two cat co-hosts. For some reason, my two cats, both named Kevin, have gotten really comfortable with the set. And so every time they see me turn the lights on, they just jump up and they're like, we're part of the show now.
They're healthy. Those are some healthy cats.
Kevin for sure. He's, he should kind of maybe go on a summer diet, but we don't want to body shame him or anything.
Absolutely not. They look great.
So anyway, I was on the news talking about this podcast, and yet I haven't released a new episode in 3 weeks? 4 weeks. It's like, everybody go check out Lisa's podcast. It airs weekly. And then they go subscribe and they're like, where is it? It's not here. Oopsie poopsie. That's a big oopsie poopsie. Poopsie poopsie oopsie poopsie. Oopsie poopsie on my part. But the truth is, y'all, it's summer, and that means my kids are home from school every day. And I have to be like a good mom and do things with them and like spend time with them and take them to places. And that really is not great for podcasting, okay? When they're just here and then they're loud and you can't get them to shut up and do the podcast. It's just difficult. So yeah, episodes have been few and far between, but I got lots of exciting stuff to tell you about. And some not so exciting things. And I'm going to start with the not so exciting things. I lost a friend last night. I met a friend last night and then I lost him 2 hours later. It's absolutely tragic. So I met a snake, and I've met snakes. I've exchanged pleasantries with snakes in the past, but usually they're being held by a guy. It's a snake guy. And he has snakes. It's like his job. He's like a snake wrangler, right? He's like, the snake that Brittany held. Yeah, that was mine. They say stuff like that. That's just like a typical snake guy thing to say. And, they kind of like show it to you, and then you kind of like pet the snake a little bit, like on his back somewhere. And you're like, whoa. And that's kind of been the extent of me and snakes my whole life. But yesterday I went over to my friend Steve's house, and he was like, Lisa, come here. Lisa, come here, quick. Lisa, come here, quick. Lisa, come here. And I was like, oh, God, what? So I run out on the back patio, and there's this little shoestring of a snake. He's red and he's black, and it's the fastest little bugger I've ever seen. He's just like, shoop, 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 shoop. Like, he's so fast, and he's like zip-zagging this way, and he's like going in little cracks over here, and he's like, whoo. And I'm like, we got to get him. We got to get him. Not in a bad way. Not like, we got to get him. I'm like, we got to get him. So Steve picks up the snake, and then he hands me the snake, and it's instant love. I'm instantly in love. I love this snake. Did he poop on me? Yes. Do I believe that he pooped on me out of love? Yes. It's okay. It's okay, little snake. You're scared. I understand. But you just gained a friend. Your best friend. We're best friends. So I hung out with him for a little bit on my hand, and he was like going in and out of my fingers, and then I put him in a bucket while we were playing cards, and every once in a while he'd peek up his little head out of the bucket, and I'd be like, Kevin! Hey, snake Kevin! Get back in your bucket! You can't get out of the bucket! because then you'd be loose in my friend Steve's house, and that's not really ideal. So I went over and checked on him every once in a while, and he's just doing his Snake Kevin thing. He's just, he's weaving this way, and he's like doing the tongue thing, which is adorable. And I just really loved him. I loved him with all of my heart and soul. And then at the end of the night, Sean said I could not keep him. And I was crushed. I was heartbroken. I had to say goodbye to Snake Kevin, and I had to release him into the wild from whence he cameth. I miss you, Snake Kevin. Here's a little memorial for Snake Kevin. Who can say where the road goes, where the day goes, only time. And who can say where the day, only time. Oh, Snake Kevin, I miss you. Anyway, it's episode 104. We're back. We're back, babies. We're doing it. As you can see, I have my Legal Limit sign up here. I started a punk band. We had our first show, and it was ripping. It was so good. And I decided that I don't want to have a banner, right? Like bands have banners that they hang behind them on stage, so that people know the name of the band. And I thought, I don't want to do that. I'm going to make a street sign, and it's just going to be on a pole behind us as we're playing. And I thought that was really clever and unique. So I got I got this sign. It's like a real street sign. It's like a real metal sign. And then I didn't mount it on anything because I didn't know how. And turns out that's a whole process. And they don't just sell like sign posts at Home Depot. Trust me, I know. I go in Home Depot and I just look as confused as any person can ever look. And like upwards of 5 people are like, "Are you okay? Do you know that are you supposed to be here? Where are your parents?" Yeah, they just didn't have what I needed, so we ended up just kind of taping it on top of one of the speakers, and it still looked awesome. You guys, I'm like so proud of myself. I've been part of all of these bands, and it started with the metal band, Von Bolt, and then I started playing a little acoustic country club band, like a little trio, which I still play in, called the Full Betsy. And then that moved into subbing for lots of other bands here and there, like popping in over here, popping in over there. And then I became a part-time member of a band called Radical West. And that was a really cool thing because we got to play Fremont Street, which is this giant, it's the most, it's one of the craziest tourist spots in the world. There's this massive neon screen above you that's playing all sorts of psychedelic crap. And there's music playing, and there's just like crazy people, and there's street performers, and there's really offensive t-shirts. They say it's like family friendly on Fremont Street. It's not. Let's just think of like some of the most offensive things. Actually, you know what? You're probably having a good day. Don't think about that. Just think about sunshine and rainbows. And think about Snake Kevin. For the rest of the day, I want you to think about Snake Kevin, his little eyes. His little eyes. My friends are like, "Did he bite you?" I'm like, He would never bite me. We were best friends. We were best friends for 2 hours. I wonder if he thinks about me. I wonder if he's thinking about me now. Anyway, so I love performing with Radical West. We do like a yacht rock show, and then we also do like rock, just rock covers. And they're an incredibly talented group of guys. And so I was playing Fremont Street with them like twice a week there for a couple weeks. And because initially Fremont Street saw me sub with them one time, and they were like, "We love her. She's great. Can we give you more money so that she can perform with you guys more? Because we really like her and her energy." And they were like, "Yes." And I'm like, "Yes." And we're like, "Yes, this is perfect." And then I got fired. I got fired from Fremont Street. It's fine. Turns out people get fired from performing on Fremont Street all the time. It's like I told one of my friends I got fired, and they like sent me the first time the meme for the James Franco thing. But yeah, one of the reasons that they said that they didn't want me to sing with Radical West anymore on Fremont is because they said my performance style was too over the top, and I looked ridiculous. Which I get it. But look, that's what they saw the first time when they were like, "She's great. We love her. Can we can we bring her back? I was doing all the same things that they saw the first time, but then suddenly they decided they didn't like it so much anymore. And they were like, we would like her to not perform with you anymore. And they had to let me go. And that's totally fine. I was kind of butthurt when it happened because I like my performance style. I like being silly. I like running and jumping and, you know, doing weird turns and messing with the other band members and just like putting on a silly show. And I felt like I was getting punished for that. I've always been told that my stage presence is just very unique and different, and one of the things that makes me a great performer. And so it felt like suddenly I'm like, who am I? Is it like if this isn't what people like, then what am I supposed to do? So it kind of went from like, you know, feeling kind of down about that to kind of picking myself up by my bootstraps and moving on to the next project. And the Punk Rock Museum here in town had asked me if I'd be interested in creating a house band for the museum. Just like a once a month cover band, like a party just to keep people drinking on slow nights. And I'm like, I'll try. Putting a band together is so difficult. It's so difficult. Musicians are either flaky or they're drug addicts. They don't have cars. They're just broke and can't afford anything. Or they are not talented, right? Like it's one of those always. Like you'll have somebody really talented, but then they're a problem. Or you'll have somebody who's just not a problem and the most wonderful person and so sweet and kind and always shows up when they're supposed to. But then like they're not that great on stage. Like they don't have swagger. So it's very difficult to put a band together, and I've tried a couple times in the past, and it just doesn't work, and I've been a part of a couple bands that fell apart. So I was like, you know what, guys? I'll try. And I did it. Y'all, I did it. I put together a band of 4 guys and me, and they are the best humans. They're the best people. Not only do they all get along, and they're all so just funny and nice, and like it's such a good morale, like it's such a good environment every time that we practice. Like we're all having the best time, we're all smiling and joking and laughing, and like there's like no bad attitudes. Like not only that, but they're crazy talented. They're super talented, and they all want to do it. Like they're all motivated to do it with me. And we had our first show at the museum, and it was ripping. It was so great. And I brought my special brand of chaos to the stage. The same thing that Fremont Street said, can you not do that anymore? I did it harder. I did it more so and harder at the museum. And everybody loved it. And it's just what I do. I can't not be me. So that was a fun, just little journey for me. And you know how I hate AI, and we all artists, we just hate AI. And yes, it's a tool. We know it's a tool, and we know that it can improve your workflow. Yes, I'm all about improving workflow. I'm all about stuff like that. But just get it out of the songwriting process, get it out of the producing art process, because creating is the fun part. So I've talked about how sick I am of just AI, and everybody's band posters just look the same. Like AI is just everywhere, and it's all crap. I did the opposite with my show. Sean filmed our show on a Panasonic AG DVX 100A, like an old camcorder. These were the camcorders that skateboarders used to use because they had a handle and they were pretty lightweight, so they could and put like a fisheye lens on it. So back in the 90s, when all those skateboarding videos would come out, and they'd have the soundtracks of like NoFX and Pennywise, kind of what inspired Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. That's the camera that they used. So we filmed the show with that camcorder. And let me tell you, like, AI can kiss my ass. It's so awesome. It just looks like a 90s punk house party. Like, it's a little grainy, and it's got the like zooming in and out, and it's a little shaky, and just like it's an Instagram filter's dream, right? Like Instagram wish they could filter a video to look like this. It looks so cool. The aspect ratio is all weird, and it's so awesome. Yeah, so in this world of like having to deal with so much perfection and then too much perfection, Yeah, I just got to go totally the other way. Went crazy at the Punk Rock Museum. We don't use in-ears. Like we don't have monitors. We can't really hear our voices, but we just go for it. We filmed it on a camcorder. Like we were drinking the whole time. The audience was super into it. It was just an awesome experience. And I really hope that you guys get to come to Vegas sometime and see us. We play once a month. I think our next show is August 29th. But yeah, so that's a really fun thing that I've been doing. And also, look, I was reminded of a Kevin story. So I thought I'd tell you the Kevin story real quick. So if you used to watch my old YouTube channel, hold on, I'm going to take a drink. You know what we haven't done a running joke in a while. I'm going to take a drink and we're going to do Lunchbox, and then we're going to do TJ Maxx, and then we're going to do Academy Award winning Timothy Hutton. Go. I'll do it.
What?
Come here.
Whole other reason to go back every day.
You should go.
Timothy Hutton.
Have you heard about Academy Award winner?
Timothy Hutton.
He stars in Leverage, which is a show starring Academy Award winner Timothy Hutton. It's on TNT, the home of Academy Award winner Timothy Hutton.
Timothy Hutton. Timothy Hutton. Timothy Hutton.
Shut up. Yeah. Feels good. So, if you used to watch my old YouTube channel, not old YouTube channel, the same one you're on right now. If you're a video viewer, it's the same one you're on. If you used to watch videos I'd upload to this channel years ago, I one time told the story about my stupid cat Kevin who jumped in the fridge without me knowing, and I almost left him in the fridge for 3 days. Because he's an idiot. And I'll recap it real quick. Basically, look how loud I get because I'm so mad because my cat is so stupid. Basically what happened is Sean and I were leaving on a road trip, and I went to the fridge to get a Gatorade. And as I opened the fridge and grabbed the Gatorade, I turned to shout to Sean and be like, do you want a yellow or a blue? Because Gatorades don't have fruit flavors. They're just colors. Do you want yellow or blue? And he said blue, and I already had it in my hand, so then I let the door shut behind me. I didn't look at the door. I let the door shut behind me, and I walked away. And we were scrambling because we were already late for getting on the road for our road trip, and so we were packing in last-minute stuff. And so then we were, like, out the door. We had our baggage, and we were out the door. And Sean's like, let's just get eyes on the Kevins real quick before we go. And I'm like, we don't have time. We're already late. No eyes on Kevins. We're already late. And then we hear the faintest. And we're like, what was that? And again, we're like, oh my gosh, what even is that? Where is this cat? And we look everywhere. We're like, the cat is trapped. We see girl Kevin's, obviously boy Kevin, the idiot, and he's trapped somewhere. Where are you, boy Kevin? We're starting to lose our mind. And then we go in the kitchen, and there it is. There's like the little muffled, pitiful, help me. And I'm like, is this coming from the fridge? And Sean's like, it's coming from the fridge. And we open the fridge, and there he is. He's just in there. He's just in there, and he hops out, and he just walks away like, whoa, that was crazy. And we're like, what the dude? Like, first of all, the small window of time that he had to get in there is miraculous. I wasn't holding the fridge open for that long. He just saw an opportunity, said, I've never been in there before, and then just whoop, and then boom, and then we're trying to figure out if he would have survived. We were only going to be gone for like 2.5 days, 3 days. There were leftovers in there in like foil that he could have like clawed open, and maybe he could have eaten those. And it's the fridge, not the freezer, so it was cold, but maybe not that cold. I don't know. I don't really like to think about it. But whatever. He got out. It's just fine. He's an idiot. Why go in there? Why? Anyway, I was recently reminded of another incident of this stupid cat around the same time. I'd say like a couple months later. Sean and I are sitting in the living room, and we see some out of corner of our eye, and it's boy Kevin, and he's jumped up on the kitchen counter, and we're like, hey, no, what you doing? Get down. Get down, you know? Does he get down? No. Does he go up more? Yes. He decides, instead of jumping down from the countertop, like we were, that's the obvious choice, right? Like you jumped up somewhere, you get yelled at, you get back down. You don't go up more. He's like, I got to get up more immediately. So he sees an open cabinet. And what's inside the cabinet? Glass. There's glass in there. It's all our pint glasses. He jumps into the cabinet with the glasses, and we're just like, we're like, oh my God. Okay, we like try to get up as slowly as we can to approach him to get him out of the cabinet with all the glasses, but as we start to approach him, he freaks out and he starts spinning around in the cabinet, and he knocks out about 3 glasses and we're like, oh my God, stupid idiot. And then he gets scared because there's glass breaking, that then he jumps down. And then when he jumps down, he jumps onto the broken glass and cuts his stupid paws. How this cat is still alive is beyond me. Like, dude, Darwinism, right? Like, the stupid will die. Like, how has that not come for him at this point? So then he's running around the apartment with a bloody foot because he's scared and he's cut and there's glass, and he's like, I don't even know how that happened. And we're like, you did that. You did this. So now there's bloody footprints all over the apartment. So we get him. And we're like, shh, it's gonna be okay, you stupid moron. It's okay. You dumbass, it's fine. Shh, we're gonna get you taken care of. Stupid numbskull, idiot, dummy head. So we get some gauze, and we wrap his paw with the gauze, and we put tape around his paw after that. And we're like done. Like we've bandaged up our cat's foot, and we will take him to this was like late at night. So we're like, we'll take him to the vet first thing in the morning, get him all fixed up. But then this idiot kept trying to bite at the little bandage we put on him. So in our mind, we came up with a genius solution, which is we're like, I think it was me that thought of this. I said, hey, we got to keep him from eating his bandage, right? And Sean's like, yeah. And I'm like, what is something that no one wants to eat? And Sean's like, I'm not following you. And I'm like, how about cayenne pepper? Let's pour cayenne pepper on his bandage so that every time he tries to lick it, he gets a mouthful of cayenne pepper. Let me tell you, it worked. Probably should have Googled whether cayenne pepper is good for cats or not. We didn't. Maybe we did. I don't know. But anyway, it worked like a charm, and he stopped biting at his stupid paw. But yeah, that was another Kevin story I'd completely forgotten about. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I woke up to a mean comment today. Yesterday I found a bunch of all that photos. I'll show a couple here. If you're a video viewer, you're welcome. If you're an audio listener, I'm sorry, you can't see it. Just imagine in your mind. But I found a bunch of old all that photos I hadn't seen for a long time, and I posted them, and I posted them, and then I went out to dinner with my friend Steven, went to his house and we all played games, and that's when I met Snake Kevin, and then I lost Snake Kevin forever, and I'll never see him again. And then I went home and I went to sleep, and then I woke up and there was a mean comment. Those kind of always take off a little bit, right? When you're like posting photos that no one has really ever seen before, and they're all that, and they're nostalgic, and they're like fun little BTS nuggets. But I stumbled over and I looked at my phone, and the first comment was just some guy who was just like, this was the worst season of all that ever. I just woke up to that. I'm like, okay, great, cool, thank you. Thank you so much that you decided to write that to me. That's really cool of you. Thank you for that. But then I just scrolled down a little bit more, and there was a ton of really, really nice comments. And then I felt better. But yeah, it was, I found a bunch from Slime Time Live. I found one of a character named Bucket Man lifting me up, and like I'm like posing with Bucket Man. I'm pretty sure that's Taran Killam from Saturday Night Live. He was also on the Amanda Show a bunch. He was in Big Fat Liar. I mean, you know him. Like, you know Taran. If you don't know his name, you definitely know his face. He used to hang out on the set all the time because he was Amanda Bynes' boyfriend. And so we'd see him every once in a while, and he'd guest star and do little stuff with the cast. I even helped him with an audition one time. I had like hadn't seen that in years. I was like, oh my gosh, Bucket Man. I think that's Taran. I was like, Taran. I didn't think I had any pictures with Taran. I just remember working with him, but I didn't see that. Some cool photos from back in the day on my Instagram right now if you want to go check those out. Guys, other than that, things have been really good. I'm looking forward to school starting again in about 2 weeks, and then I'll be able to get back into the weekly routine of doing the podcast, because I really, really need to get back in the routine of doing it, because I really enjoy doing it. I love it. And I love talking to you guys. I want to do more lives. In fact, man, how cool would it be if I could just get this podcast to be live? And I wouldn't have to like edit it and just go live and just do it. And then that'd be fun. Unless I say something stupid. I'm like, I shouldn't have said that. How are we? Yeah, I think we're good. It's just a little short one today. Thank you guys for supporting me and always being awesome. Love you so much. Have a good rest of your summer, parents, before the kids go back to school. But love you guys. Bye. I will remember you when you remember me. I don't know the rest of the song.